George Floyd.
Why?
Wait, you can't just jump into it like that, bro.
Bruv, you can, bruv.
No, blood. None the wiser. Podcast episode 34.
What's that door?
What was that door? 34.
Bruv, the breeze.
Breeze?
Yeah, no.
The breeze.
Alright, so boom, this is like 30 odd degrees today, so obviously, man got the shotties out, Des and Trey, put them together, they destroy. So, nonetheless, a podcast episode 34. So, yeah, I don't know when it going straight into it. I heard this thing today, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently a report come out, so you might have to Google it, yeah, saying that George Floyd never actually died from the Don kneeling on his neck and cutting off the circulation. Yeah, apparently he died because he was doped up or something on a hella drugs.
Yeah, there was that. That's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I only heard it today, but apparently that's what the post-mortem said, that he's actually died from the drugs and not from the brother kneeling on his neck, cutting off his circulation.
Who did that autopsy?
I don't know. This is what I mean, bro. Do you know what? Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Everything that happens in this world now, I want fucking proof, bro.
Yeah.
I want proof. I'm not taking it no more that you lot are saying, oh yeah, it weren't this, so that's what it is. I want proof. I want proof on the news. I want paper documents, bro, aired on news.
This is the thing. Even the documents might be dodgy, because hear what I'm saying. The first autopsy they did, yeah, they said, oh no, there's no proof that he died from the neck injuries. It was because he had a heart problem. That's what they said. That was the first autopsy. Then the family said, no, we're doing an independent autopsy. Then the independent autopsy was that, yeah, he died from his neck injuries.
Of course he did.
Now this next one they're talking about, they're basically trying to discredit the thing. That's what they're trying to do at the end of the day.
And then, yeah, basically, yeah. And then you got that.
Why else would you bring up such a negative thing?
And then you got that cop. The cop who was there walking around in the supermarket buying fucking Oreos, bro. Like
that was such an uncomfortable video.
It was, but it made me laugh the way she stuck it on him. But yeah, like I don't know.
She used to get on him, but to play devil's advocate, like those other two guys who were
they didn't do the main damage.
Yeah, no. I
didn't stop it.
I agree with you.
So they were training.
Oh, some of them were trainees, innit?
Yeah, they were trainees, and that guy was supposed to be like.
You know why George? You know why the shoving guy, yeah, should get the most brunt of this, yeah? He's the one. He knew the guy for 17 years.
Yeah,
and they worked together, and he had his knee on his neck.
Yeah.
He's the one who should get. You know what I'm saying?
That guy knew what he was doing. I didn't know. I'll be honest. I didn't know the other cops or the other two that were there or whatever were training.
Complicit.
I didn't know that, because if you're training now, alright, cool. Obviously, logic might dictate to you that if you put your knee on someone's neck, that it's not going to end well. But if you're training, then maybe you think that's
maybe
how
he
you
knows
deal
what
with
he's
it.
doing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. So yeah. Okay, I don't know innit, but either way, bruv, like,
it's fucked up.
I didn't like his response in the video.
What, that he just wanted to get his...
Yeah, he was diffusing it, but he was like, he said something that I didn't understand. He was like, she asked him a question and he was like, yeah, I'm just shopping, and then she said something and he was like, yeah, or I'm helping. But I don't get why he's, I don't get why he said I'm helping. I don't get where that stemmed from. She didn't ask her a question to say, yeah, I'm helping.
Was this guy a trainee?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Was one of the trainees, but I don't know.
And then there's a mad theory going around now that the brother fucking ain't even dead, bruv. You know them theories, bruv. Tupac's not dead. And they were saying that George Floyd's mum was in the background, bruv. You see these theories, bro.
Bruv, his mum's dead. His mum's dead.
Yo, I don't know who spins these stories, bro.
You know,
onions, spinsters,
those type of
people have too much time on their hands.
Some people can just write a good story,
and some people live in that frame of mind, bro, where what you're seeing is not what it is. So they just go.
You know the problem with conspiracy theories? There's actual conspiracy theories out there that have a lot of weight behind them. But people that see everything as a conspiracy,
they ruin it.
They ruin it. You ruined it.
You ruin it for other people who actually have a real case.
Yeah.
You're talking about the earth is flat, you're talking about...
You know, I heard that for the longest time now.
To this day,
Those
Yeah,
people are
To this
Bro,
day.
to this day, they're still battling it out, bro.
Bro,
Telling you.
Them man are
to go to
soldiers
bed,
still.
they'll stop
They're
taking
flat
Adderalls, bro.
Bro, them people I just want to send in a rocket, bro. You know what I mean? Failing that, get a drone. Get a drone and just fly it up high. Get the best drone you can buy.
Bro,
And
did
fly
you
it
see
up
that
high.
flat earth guy who actually rocketed himself into the sky, bro? You didn't see that?
That's some dumb shit.
He built a rocket and shot himself up in the sky.
How did he have a parachute?
I think he did. I can't remember
Where
exactly.
did he get a rocket?
He built it!
No,
He
bro.
built a rocket, man.
This guy
Bro.
faith.
He must know what he's doing then. You don't just build a rocket without it turning into a bomb.
Yeah, it's a small.
Bro, that could have been a bomb.
Small margin of error there, like.
You know what I'm saying? You must know what you're doing somewhere down the line.
Oh wait, he dies in rocket crash. No. Why are you laughing?
What happened?
The first video. Flat Earther dies in rocket crash.
Oh.
Did he die knowing that it wasn't flat?
I shouldn't. He made me laugh.
Oh, he never found out.
Or he did find out and then died.
Oh, yeah. He learned the truth.
Or does it just blow up?
He went to fly to the edge of outer space to see if the world is flat or round.
Well, wait. And he had a parachute?
I don't know.
Well, you're not going to fly up there with no parachute. What did you think? You're going to float off into space, man? You know what I mean?
Oh, I was like, where's that line?
He's there though, his parachute's there. He parachuted
Bro,
out.
he didn't go nowhere near the sky, fam.
Bro, let me
What
tell
a
you
waste
now.
of
He
time.
shit himself, bro. He was like, no, what am I doing? It's not that deep. Google Earth is real. You know what I'm saying? He parachuted, bro.
He tapped out, fam. Look, so when you Google flat, or when you put flat Earth in YouTube, it says, it gives like a disclaimer. Flat Earth model is an archaic conception of Earth shape. Mad thing. Yeah, I think, is this the one? Man launches himself in self-made rocket to prove flat Earth theory. Yeah, this was the one.
The same one.
Hughes launched himself in a self-made rocket to help prove his belief that the Earth is flat. Hughes' rocket soared. Well, that's not high enough. You know?
Wait, nah.
Bruv, you're not seeing that.
1,875 feet. That's not high enough.
Bro, you've got to go.
These are the same man that will say yuppie in the plane, but it doesn't matter.
You've got to soar
That
past.
plane goes 30,000 feet.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to go.
1,000 he
Bruv.
thought that he could outdo.
Bro, you've got to go past. Bro, you've got to go. You've got to literally go past the fucking atmosphere, bro. The ozone layer, all of that, bro.
Bruv, he's got to go past the troposphere, all that
All of
shit,
it,
man.
all of it.
What the fuck is like, he spent time.
Do you know what it is? He had better chance, yeah. He had better chance strapping a GoPro to a firework, bro. That would have got up further than that.
Do you remember that guy Felix Baumgartner?
The guy jumped from space.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The guy that jumped from space. Bro, that's a serious brother, you know. He went high, bro. He was up and he dropped to earth. Doesn't that prove that this fucking thing, bro?
You can see it, bro. He's right there.
Bro, you know that guy dropped from space for 15
bro.
minutes.
He was just like,
he was falling for 15 minutes, bro. Do you know how long that is just falling, bro? Yeah. That's how.
Yeah. Oh, is that the guy who did the jump?
You didn't even go up a minute's worth to fall, and this brother fell for 15 minutes, bro.
He called the result a hard landing and told the AP, "I'll feel it in the morning."
this guy.
Bro, just common sense.
Bro, and failing that, if you was gonna do this, wouldn't you do it over water? Just in case it goes horribly wrong.
Maybe he couldn't afford the lifeboats. He's like, yo, I can't get
Do it
there.
over a lake or so, I don't know. Have a dinghy somewhere, bro.
Why are you laughing, bro?
Man's just slumped, bro. Man whispers in his ear, I told you it ain't flat.
no.
I told you the earth ain't flat. Look at you now.
Do I believe the earth is shaped like a frisbee? I believe it is. Do I know for sure? No. That's how I want to
Oh, okay, so
space.
you believe it? You know, okay.
Fair
That's
enough.
faith. Isn't
I
it?
just want to know where the belief.
Surely, like, you're smart enough, yeah? You're smart enough to build a rocket. But you're not smart enough to just disregard this experiment. You know that you can't build a rocket that's going to go high.
You know what? Yeah, his wife was getting on his nerves.
If I die.
Like, do you know what it is
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna
flat
do
earthers? Yeah, I don't get where you think gravitational pull comes from.
Yeah.
What
They think it comes from below the earth.
is it? They just think because it's flat that it is flat, so you're just there. And
You know what some flat earthers will say? What's gravity? Gravity doesn't exist.
Gravity.
Jump in the air and see you.
Now he's going to build a balloon. He hopes one day to build a balloon that will take him 68 miles up to space.
Aye, does he know that they
He's
exist?
like, alright, rocket, too risky. Balloon? Bro, balloons are still risky, you know.
Oh,
Bro,
Balloons are worse.
You can't direct it. You literally
No,
can't
the wind
direct
carries it, innit? The wind
Yeah,
carries it.
No.
The flame thing only does so much.
Fuck that, man. I ain't getting that hot air.
Bro, this guy's got time, bro.
It's mad that the
He's got
local
money and time to build a rocket.
Yeah, man.
Bro, he could have been doing
Like I
sick
said, he
stuff.
just wanted to get out of the house.
He just wanted to get away from the missus, bro. She was nagging him too much, bro. I mean,
Yo, I was watching. Did anyone watch the video that I put of Joey Diaz?
I started watching it.
I watched most of it.
I started watching a little
So basically, with all this allegation, bruv, everyone's got allegations now, bruv.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's
bit.
like,
Who's got allegation now?
bruv, Kojo Fun's got allegations.
What? For what?
Yeah, bruv.
Chat to me, because bro, you know what it is? I do shit, so I don't always get to watch shit.
So basically, they posted screenshots of 4 years ago, I think it was. Kojo Fun's DM'd this girl. Why? Like, alright, cool. DM'd this girl, and she said, I'm 15.
Okay, but did he act on it? Did he know this beforehand?
Bro. And then you see the actual screen, you see the screenshot of what's going on, and it seems he's pretty persistent, even though she's said already I'm 15.
How old is Kojo Fans? I don't know how old he is.
I think he's must be like 25, I think.
Okay.
Hold on, let me Google this, because he's not the only one.
Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I see some big looking brothers, bro. Not that I'm saying he's a big looking brother, but you get some brothers that look mad old, bro, but really they're like fucking 18, bro. Or
Yeah,
some
some
shit. Do you
ringed-
get what I mean? Some ringed up people,
Yeah.
bro. So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in his 20s.
but the same thing happened with basically the same thing that happened with Chris D'Elia. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've not delved too much into that, to be honest.
So the Chris D'Elia thing, it's a bit sticky because it's not illegal what he's done. It's just creepy.
Oh, so it's not illegal, but it's a
No, because the girls weren't young enough.
Okay.
In the States they were in.
So what happened? Because I don't know what's happened with that. I've only
In some
seen
states it's
snippets.
18, age of consent. So in some states it's illegal, but in others, so let's just take UK for example. UK is 16. So here it would have been legal.
Mm.
But the girls he was texting, were 16, and they were like, "Hey, I'm 16."
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? But then he continued.
Oh, they were 16.
Some of them were 16, some were 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? He likes the young girls. It seems.
Clearly.
Yeah. What do you think that is like? Guys who like much younger girls. What do you think that is?
Do you know what it is? I got my own theory on this, innit? And people don't like the theory. Yeah. My theory is this, yeah. If you look at nature as a whole, yeah. If you look at just from a nature point of view and humans as animals, yeah, then humans.
Grass on the field, play ball.
Well,
That's
essentially,
essentially,
yeah. Girls get their period, 12 to 13 years old. So that says that
No,
they're...
that's mad though.
Yeah, but that they do. I'm not saying that's the case, but what I'm saying is they do. So nature now has determined that you are ready to have sex and you can give birth, essentially. Nature's determined that. So I'm wondering in some of these guys, I'm not giving excuses to pedos or anything, but I'm wondering if some guys, it's just the other side of the spectrum. It's just a nature thing trying to take over, and some people cannot control that nature side to their intelligence, if you know what I mean.
Look
So
at
no,
it as
that's
a
morally
timeline.
wrong.
Look at it as a timeline, yeah? Before all this civilization that we live in now, man was primitive. Do you know what I'm saying? And nature and instincts.
Yeah, that's what I
everything,
mean.
yeah?
They were just fuck.
Those are things that are ingrained in man.
Yeah.
Now, you go from that thousands and hundreds of thousands of years ago to speeding up to now, where we have social constructs and civilization and bills and responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's not practical for a 12-year-old to get pregnant.
No, of course.
Because there are too many responsibilities. And now the way we understand things, with psychology, we know that a child is not, as 12-year-old, is not old enough.
Yeah, mentally stable enough, yeah.
Mentally developed enough to have a kid. So automatically now, that's going to be frowned upon because, and that's why the age of consent is different in some places.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because who determines when someone's mature?
That's what I'm saying.
I
So
think
it's the laws, isn't it?
some guys just like younger girls
Yeah.
because it's simplistic.
Well, look, 9 times out of 10, most guys generally go for someone either their own age or younger to be in a relationship with. That's what I find anyway.
Yeah.
Women, there are more times the opposite. They like to go for an older guy because they seem deemed to be more mature.
Yeah.
Like it's always been like that, bro. Ever since I was in school, bro. All girls always want to go for older guys and guys, whatever, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it is. But going back, I think it's just some guys don't know how to determine what's right from nature and their instincts.
I think
primitive thing,
uniquely in their situation, they're celebrities. They're on TV. They obviously they get women approach them.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the time also, you know, younger girls spend a lot of time trying to get at them too. You know, so it becomes a thing of temptation as well. You know.
Yeah. Well, in his situation though, a lot of them were him getting at them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's different.
So.
Well, this is where I think morals come into it, really.
Yeah, they're very young, but they're not illegal in
Like,
a lot of places.
Yeah, but then you'll have someone that will act on it because technically they're throwing themselves at you. But then if you're old enough to know, then morally that you should be either saying just no to this person or guiding them and be like, look, you shouldn't be like this. Yeah, you're older than them, so show an example. Especially if you're a celebrity, you have a certain status in society, bro. So you know what I mean. Use it correctly.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's all mad. Allegations are flying around.
Wait, so with that one, what has he actually done? Just spoken to them, met them, like what?
Well, there's
Actually
pictures
slept
of
with
him
them?
with them together and stuff like that. At a show, so I don't know. There's no record of what.
See, that's the thing. When you say at a show, that could be a bit taken differently, bro. Because that could have just been a groupie that was take a picture with me.
And you lot didn't even watch the Epstein documentary.
No, I haven't.
No.
Bruv,
Epstein's all different.
to know how deep this kind of shit goes here, you have to know what these people are doing, bruv. That situation where they're bringing little girls, do you know what I mean, to islands, bruv, to play with rich men at the side of the swimming pool and that.
Yeah, that's
And then they get put on a plane and say,
Whose children are these?
But that's like,
a lot of them are 12, 13, 14,
well,
up to the ages.
obviously, you
18 per month.
look at Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile always used to exploit the
It's like a
orphanages,
career
didn't
for
he?
them.
He exploits
Jimmy
orphanages.
Savile, the lowest.
Then you had Gary Glitter, bro. He married a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of old white men, Tim Westwood.
Yes, what's
What's
Tim
going on with
Westwood
Tim Westwood? It's going down.
It's going
This
down.
lady, now
God's
this,
favourite DJ.
to be fair, this allegation that I read is a bit weak, to be honest. So the allegation, the lady was basically, the lady basically said like, I remember one day I was in a lift, like a public lift at an underground station or whatever. I was of age, but I look underage.
Wait, say that
That's
again.
her
Say it. Oh, the girl was
She
of
was
age.
with Tim Westwood in a lift. Tim Westwood was being very persistent about moving to her or whatever, yeah. And according to her, she looked underage, but she actually wasn't.
How old is she?
I can't remember exactly.
The only reason I'm saying that, yeah, because even if you are of age, obviously you're of age, innit? But there's still that thing, bro. Remember Tim Westwood is 60, bro.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. Well, I don't think people realise that. Like when people look at Tim Westwood, I don't think they realise his age. The brother is 60 years old.
DJ.
60 years old. I see some wild videos, daggering girls on stage and then just doing a match.
Tim Westwood. Daggering.
Yeah.
Lanky himself, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dagger that.
Yeah, Tim Westwood doing a madness.
Yeah.
Now, this allegation, I mean, I think it's just from reading what she posted is a bit weak. Because her whole thing was she didn't look of age, but she actually was of age. But he still pursued her.
She didn't look of age, but she was of age, but he pursued.
So really, he did nothing wrong.
Did she want to be pursued?
Did he think he was doing something? He's like, oh.
I don't know. That's where we don't know, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So
the guy is. I've heard that Westwood's a bit of a dog anyway. You know. As to his fetishes, I can't speak to that. I have no idea. Seems like a creep though, in my opinion. You know, but
yeah, dog.
He might not be. It's just his, like his persona.
Yeah, dog. You see his interviews with Giggs, he's like, yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
I remember when Giggs' thing come out, the one to them thing, yeah, and then Tim Westwood was having this whole conversation about how back in the day he used to love it when people used to walk around going one to them. And I found it so weird.
What? I don't understand Tim Westwood.
You know what it is? I felt like it was a new word that he just learned, but he like almost made out that.
Yeah, back in the day, man.
Yeah.
He said what? I don't understand what is. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Tim
Westwood, yeah, I don't know, innit? He's a strange guy, bro.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's like he's trying to cling on to youth.
Yeah. There are a lot of people like that, man. A lot of people.
Like even Crystalia jokes about it. Like, I'm so young, I'm the youngest 40-year-old or whatever that you'll ever meet. But
I think there comes a time where you've just got to, I don't know, stop trying to be the youth and maybe guide the youth.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
There is that. Also, he makes his money in like a in a different way, bro. So for him to start guiding youth is just a bit weird, bro. Because he's just a mouth on the Ricky. Imagine Tim Westwood.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he done?
Not Tim Westwood.
Remember when Westwood done Pimp My Ride?
Remember
when Tim Westwood done Pimp My Ride?
No.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, he did.
The British version, because Exhibit done the American one.
Bro, man, like X to the Z, bruv. You get me?
Yeah, Exhibit, the original.
Put a subwoofer in your trunk in a fish tank.
You know, in a fish tank. That better be some strong glass, bro.
Machine back there, fridge.
Speaking of putting people in the trunk, Joey Diaz, going back to Joey Diaz. So they kept their. I saw a post where someone messaged Joey Diaz and saying, "We're coming for you next." In terms of like all of these
allegations.
Yeah. The thing with Joey Diaz, I watched the video. Yeah. He's been so like honest about everything that he's done. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He says shit.
Really doesn't care. So, and it's not that he doesn't care, but he said at the time of this, because there's a podcast clip where Joey Diaz is talking about how he hosted at the Belly Room and he got girls to give him blowjobs to get on stage.
Yeah,
and stuff
I
like
remember
that.
That's an old story as well.
It's an old school clip. Yeah. That's been 10 years ago. I don't even know when it was. Anyway, so with him, he basically said that story is part exaggeration, and
of course he's a comedian.
Yeah, so
Joey Diaz, bro.
He didn't refute that it happened, but at the same time he was like, it's exaggerated a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? But people are still coming for him, and he basically went on this whole thing of, listen, when I got into comedy was my only way out. I was a scumbag, I came out of jail, I had nothing to do. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Because the little clip I see of that, he basically was saying how he didn't even expect to be in comedy.
Yeah.
Like he didn't think he'll make it like
He's
that.
like,
So he was just like,
he was like
you know
all
what I
these
mean?
different things. And he said also that he's been trying to how do you put it?
Reinvent.
Not reinvent, but like
What's he changing?
not undo, but like, for example, he got the guy that he kidnapped or in jail for, he got him on his podcast. Do you know what I'm saying? And
He's trying to
My name is O.
My
My name is O.
Yeah, that's what
My name is O.
He's trying to.
You ever seen My Name is O?
No.
My Name is O is about the brother who does all the bad in his life and then he just gets the worst karma for it, so he slowly undoes everything.
That's basically what Joey Diaz has
Yeah.
been doing.
He tries to right his wrongs.
Do you know what I'm saying? And he was, the thing is, you can't be so,
Yeah, bro,
Pull
innit?
it out. Fuck, I never thought of that.
personally, I can't hate on that, to be honest.
I like Joey Diaz, man. I've always liked him, and he gave Spider-Man his mask back.
Did he?
What?
Oh, he was in the movie.
Oh, he's in the movie, yeah.
Spider-Man 2, bro. He gave his mask back after the train thing, when he stopped the train and then he nearly died.
Yeah, man. Aye, let's watch this Zeze Millz thing, because I was...
Yeah, because I didn't really dabble into it. I can't like, I'm going to bust these, you know?
Yeah, do it.
Because I didn't dabble in that.
Alright, tell me, as the old man in the room here, who the fuck is Zeze Millz?
Zeze Millz, she's just like a, I don't know what you call them. She's just like an interviewer, social media person.
She's a personality, innit?
Yeah, yeah, basically. The Wiley interview was funny.
Oh, shit.
¿Qué pasa?
Well, these are naughty, man.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
comes
why I
to
bought
me.
them.
Right.
I love them.
Okay, listen.
They've had the orange ones and the strawberry.
They've got a bunch of them. You can select like a box with all the different.
Go into the Sainsbury's up Sidcup.
Yeah.
They've got a whole different trays of full of all different flavours, bro, and they're just like piles of them, bro. You can just select out ones you want. Bang.
So basically, yeah, she had this. So give a backstory. This Glizz guy is a rapper or whatever, yeah, and it's another thing about allegations, yeah, but this time it's about essentially racism, yeah. So
That he was being racist.
yeah, and he said basically his whole thing is at the time on Twitter, everyone was basically shitting on dark skinned girls. Yeah, black.
I don't go on Twitter, so I don't know that.
So he was basically saying that
People take social
his
media
friends,
serious, innit?
yeah, his friends
Fuck.
made him feel comfortable to be able to do that.
So he's a sheep.
essentially. Yeah. So anyway, okay.
25. Okay, right. Where you from?
In and around North London, I live in a lot of different places.
And what's your
Who's he?
background? Like, where your family?
He's a rapper. So yeah, that's another thing. So basically, the whole reason this has come up is because he went viral on Twitter for doing a freestyle.
Right.
Yeah, where he spoke Yoruba for like half a bar.
He's not Nigerian, is he?
No, he's Dutch and English or Irish or whatever. So let me get to the juice.
Oh, this chick, this coolie chick. Yeah, I've seen her
I'm
before.
Dutch and Irish.
Oh,
Dutch and Irish.
right. White people are coming
Where's
into
your
our space and culturally appropriating us, music, culture. So I thought, why not have a conversation? So obviously what happened was you released a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct, this is your second freestyle that you released.
I've done a few on Instagram,
Okay.
but it was at the main second basically.
It was all going great. You dropped some Yoruba in there, everyone went crazy. It got shared loads. And then the next, was it like literally the next morning?
Literally next morning, yeah.
Next morning, somebody dug out some old tweets of yours, which was fitting this new trend. What a new trend was? Old trend of like black women literally being dragged, being called ugly, being
By who?
Yeah, by who?
Every man.
Who on Twitter?
Every brother that I see, yeah, looking at fucking Instagram, is looking at big batty chicks, yeah. Yes, I'm follow that, trying to get in the DM.
Yeah, this is what. Yeah, I agree.
I'm
with
in
you.
the park yesterday, yeah, and these youths all sitting on the bench. Oh, yeah, man, follows that one, innit? Yeah, that light skin thing. They were getting excited. Not once have I seen a black brother, apart from one you. I think one of you lot sent me a video of it one day. I've never seen a black brother to say black women are ugly. Yeah. it's a weird thing. So that
They're talking about your mom.
Where they're talking about dragging black women like verbally. It's not like for whatever reason, whatever she's talking about.
I know there was that whole thing
It's
with
Twitter. At that point in time, she's saying there was a point in time on Twitter where they were all shitting. I know
there was that
Why
thing
does
with.
Twitter matter?
I know there was that thing with Nate Smalls and Trey Songz' music video where supposedly they took the dark skinned girls out and replaced them with light skin, and then there was a whole thing saying why did you do that, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and then Trey Songz tried to flip it and was like, nah, I wanted to put the dark skinned girls in, blah blah blah, but I can't remember the ins and outs.
that
Remember
was
that?
Tory Lanez.
Oh, Tory Lanez, that's it, Tory Lanez and Nate Smalls.
And you you were a part of this time when you joined in.
What, was talking shit?
Explain to me, because what happens is when all these old tweets come out, a lot of people say, oh, at the time, well, I don't think you said it, but a lot of times people say, oh, that was kind of the culture of Twitter. You know, everyone was getting at black women. It was just fun to do. Like, it was bad. It was
Why
just
is it
a time.
fun?
Yeah, I
don't get what the fun
It
is.
came to me.
So
that time.
No, there's banter and then there's bullying, bro. Do you get what I mean?
I need to hear specifically.
You want to see the tweets?
Bro, wait, let me just say.
Because banter.
No, it's not though, it's not, because banter's only banter if someone takes it as banter. And if it carries on and more, bro, imagine someone started it, yeah? Imagine me saying something about you, yeah? And it's banter between me and you, but then 25 fucking other people start jumping in, bro. And then it's like, who the fuck are you, bro? And now it's not banter no more. Do you know what I mean? Now it's getting a bit.
One of the tweets was something around the lines of, if you like give oral to a black girl, she'll give you pink eye.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not a joke. That's just chatting shit.
I don't understand, bro.
I might be butchering it, but that's essentially.
I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I definitely think you touched on it. I think obviously it was wrong, but I think there was definitely a culture and a general attitude on Twitter at that time that was, and a narrative that was very anti-black women. And I was in that black Twitter space at the time, and I fell into it really. I guess I was trying to fit in, whatever. I was just running jokes, trying to get clout. Obviously, it was the wrong thing to do, disgusting. But
No, you can't have that. First, shut up.
Yeah, like I don't.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what it is? Where was this? Where was I when this was happening? Because I didn't know this.
Well,
was
not on
happening,
Twitter.
Bro.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Twitter, but bro, are you a sheep?
Exactly. So now, hold on. Let's talk to you for this, yeah. Now, you got bare black friends, yeah. Is there any point, yeah, where black guys are doing things that black guys do that white guys can't do for I don't know what? Say the N-word, yeah. Is there any point where you feel like it's okay for me to say the N-word?
No.
That's a whole other debate, but I'm just saying. Is there any point where you feel like it's okay to take the piss out of black women?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You should just know.
Bro, you get sexy black women, bro.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
I mean, banter's banter because you get ugly and hot chicks in every race.
Exactly.
There's no
exactly.
Like, if I'm gonna diss you, I'm gonna diss Chinese the same way. I'm gonna diss Ethiopian the same way. Yeah.
I will say this though, you might get an ugly black girl, but with a bang in the body back.
That's a lot. That's a lot still. Yeah.
I will say that. I'm allowed to say that.
True words.
I couldn't believe that whole attitude at the time on Twitter.
So what I will say, we gathered that it's disgusting. What I don't want is for the whole interview to every time say it's disgusting.
Yeah.
We know that you feel it's disgusting. Like, we get it, but I just feel like black women, especially us, we've heard it loads of times. It's disgusting. We're sorry, and it's like, okay, great. Let's just get to the bottom as to why everybody thinks it's okay to kind of do this to us. Do you get what I mean? So, has your circle always been black boys and black women? And you said in the statement that you released that you know, you was around a lot of black people and they kind of made you feel comfortable. So are you almost like blaming black people for saying, for making you feel comfortable, and they allowed you to do it.
You know what I got from watching this interview? I can't lie, brother. Not any offense, but he's not smart. He's not very smart. That's what I got from this interview, because she's not even posing questions that are actually that logically hard to answer. But when he answers, it's not very good.
Do you know what it is? I think it's that, but I just think he can't explain himself out of that situation.
Do you think he just
in this situation, it's one of them ones. You just hold up your hands, bro. Say, look, I've done it. I was fucking stupid for doing it.
That might be right.
And that's it. But it's because he's almost trying to explain himself out of it. You can't, bro.
Yeah.
You done what you done. Be a man. Hold up your hands, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She wants to go deeper into it.
She does. She does.
Do you know how you know? 'Cause she's like this.
She's setting him up.
She's ready.
All this is just like, jab.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready.
Seeing what you react
Yeah.
to. That's it. Then she's gonna come. Bah!
The windmill.
It's true.
No, even in the statement, I didn't say anyone made me feel comfortable. I just said I felt way too comfortable.
But surely that's to do with your environment, though.
Yeah, potentially, but I wouldn't ever blame anyone else for what I done. What I done was what I done. Nobody held my hand. Nobody made me do it. Definitely though, I definitely did feel like I was way too comfortable in that space. And I guess because the thing is, I've spoken to all my friends, I've spoken to a lot of people around me about this since it happened, and a lot of people said the same thing to me, where it's like, you know, we didn't see you any different to us. And I think for me as well, I didn't really see myself any different to them. But obviously now, where I'm a bit older and, you know, I've grown up a bit more and I'm mature, that obviously understand that my life and, you know, the opportunities, the privilege, whatever I have is obviously very different to my friends. And
do you know what it is?
He's waffling a bit.
Do you know what it is? Not that I'm defending him, yeah, but from his perspective, yeah, he'll probably have friends around him that don't bat an eyelid if he says certain things.
Yeah.
And from that, he's probably obviously has got comfortable.
That's where you fuck.
But in his own mind, he should realise there's things you don't say.
I want to know what he said.
Alright, let's actually find out what he said, man. Hold on. Glizz.
What's his name? Glizz.
Racist. You know you just got to put.
Like Lindor chocolate.
But you can't.
Belgian chocolates, guys.
Is this the one?
Naughty.
So hold on.
The white chocolate.
Bruv, I just want to see the tweets, bruv.
I thought I was on top of a Philadelphia.
Why you got Trump and then what's her name? Taylor Swift.
So, I know who that is.
That's some guy.
Yo, where is the? I've messed myself up here.
What did you
Alright, cool. These are the tweets. Do they even wear shoes in South Africa? Wow.
So he's trying to be.
What does it say?
Man said Congolese shoes are 15 minutes long.
My soul. And then he wrote what?
I just don't fuck with Somalians, full stop. They just make me feel uncomfortable, to be honest.
Right, okay. So a couple of them, he's just trying to make bad jokes. He made a couple fails. If it was funny, if people laughed, it'd be a different
How do you know
story.
people are laughing on Twitter?
Yeah, because it's on Twitter.
Right,
Unless
so-
they retweet it or
Right,
write
some
it.
retweets and, you know.
I mean, I'm assuming that the time when all this happening, there must have been a couple of people that called him out straight away.
Yeah.
Because if no one did call
People
him
take
out,
that
I
to
would be like, okay, why didn't no one call him out?
People take
But
that-
sometimes the watcher is the person just as bad as the person doing the thing.
Yeah.
Complicit, man.
So let's see, because he's waffling a little bit. There's questions here that I didn't agree with from Zeze. I think Zeze is right to pressure him, definitely. But there's a question here
There's
she
an
asked.
explanation, isn't it?
Find
You
my
want an
friends or anyone
explanation.
around me any different to anyone else. It's just what it
As black people, we have a responsibility to, you know, we might have white friends, but do you think
Okay,
we have...
hold on.
Somebody told you I'm savage, I speak a language, but I know you're around if I have to. I'm getting below my pussy, that pussy man, fuck you if I heard you. You got anything off your stitch, my hands got tits, we soon coming at you. Didn't wanna go all, but I had to. A million packs got sitting with a vacuum.
Why?
Do you know what it
You
is?
should have...
You had the cheek to speak Yoruba, but then you want to slate.
But let's. This is a recent freestyle. So back then, I don't know how old he was, must have been 18 or whatever. Now, it's I don't know how many years.
He was
5 years. I think
How
he
old
was
is he?
young. I think he was like 18 at the time.
Bro.
It must be like 4 or 5
Do
years.
you know what it is as well? Like, why do people make such a big deal, bro? He spat the shortest bar, bro.
This is like, hold on, hear the question.
Dutch, right, and Irish.
Yeah.
So I didn't use some like old time English language. Or where your family's from. Why did you feel the need to use Yoruba?
No. My issue with this, actually, let him answer.
Obviously, I'm around a lot of Nigerian people. I basically kind of grew up in a Nigerian house as well. It's just what I know, like, it's just...
Why?
What do you mean,
Why did you grow up in a Nigerian house?
Because obviously my closest friend Ray Six, I obviously make music with as well. I kind of grew up in his house, like I was in his house every day. So, it's just what I know. And to be fair, even when I'd done that, I honestly didn't think it was going to go crazy. Because I literally said like one line, it wasn't even a full bar.
Did a part of you think, if I do this, I know my target audience are going to get gassed by this, and was there a part of you that thought, if I do this, I'm going to be deemed as cool?
No.
He literally
Yeah,
answered that already, and she asked again. My issue with this question is, why can't he say that? Now, just take the context of the lyric. He said, someone tell Tiwa Savage, who's an Afrobeats artist, a woman, that something about he likes her or whatever, I'll speak Yoruba if I have to. And then he proceeds to spit some lines in Yoruba. What's the issue with that? I don't understand. All he's doing is saying, I like a Yoruba girl, I'll learn Yoruba and speak Yoruba if I have to.
I don't see it.
That's all he said.
When it comes to languages in rap here, especially when a white person does it, yeah, and they speak, for example, Yoruba, yeah, I don't see the problem in it, but I don't get why everyone gets so gassed, bro. It's like, if you take an interest in language, more times out of 10, if I knew like certain languages, more times out of 10 I would incorporate it into a rap, bro, just because I can. Do you get what I mean? But I don't get why people get so... It's like when Ed Sheeran done that song, bro, and everyone just like got so gassed on it because a white brother said it. Like, so what?
What song
Who
did
gives a
Ed Sheeran
fuck?
do?
Oh, what the...
Yeah, like, I don't care, bro. Like,
I forgot what it's called.
you're perpetuating it because it's like, oh my god, a white person said this. Like,
Wami.
so what?
Yeah, the Ghanaian song, Wami.
So what, bro?
Good thingy.
Do you get what I mean? Would you have acted the same if he spoke Polish?
No. Bro, yeah, this guy's speaking.
This is what I mean, I don't get it, bruv. Like I'm all for people speaking different languages in their rap music or whatever they do, or songs, whatever, because it's good, innit? It's good to learn, it's culturally good. But I don't get why people put such a big deal on it. Like,
I personally don't understand why people cared.
It's hot to be racial, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's the subject. It's the catalyst right now. It's the fuel to get clout.
There's a thing I want to get onto, innit? But we'll finish this.
If you can make yourself to be this social. I hate to use this term social justice, but let's just call it
SJW.
Yeah, but I hate to use that, but it's become a big thing now. It's like, oh, this person is a person of the people, or this whatever it is, this organization is of the people. You know, they represent everyone, and I think people are now using that to get clout, innit? They're using it right now to get ahead in the industry. And
Do you know what I miss?
Yeah.
Do you know what I miss? Yeah. What happened to the days of the silent hero, bro? When someone didn't just do something on camera just because it was on camera, bro.
Yeah.
What happened to just doing something because you just done it?
wanted to do it.
Do you get what I mean?
How did we get
What happened to the silent? I don't know. I'm just thinking about what you said.
How did we get there?
I don't know.
What's that got to do with this?
I don't know. You talk about social justice, innit? And
people are now doing things just to have people see them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And what happened?
But
to
my issue was that she asked a question that was unfair and didn't make sense. And personally, he should have been able to explain that a lot better.
I don't think the question was necessarily
The
unfair.
logic of it.
The logic. I don't think it was unfair because she's allowed to ask.
No, you can ask it, but it's a silly question.
It's basically it's a silly question, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you choose to use Yoruba and not where your heritage is from?
That's another thing. Why?
Why do I have to?
Yeah.
Why do I have to?
Talking about
Because now you're marginalising me. I don't need to.
Exactly. Just because you're from here doesn't mean you can't
Yeah.
learn another language and appreciate it. Look
Yeah.
at fucking M.R, bro.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
He is
Exactly
a
that.
proper white man, bro.
David Rodigan.
I don't know who that is. I'll be honest.
Come on.
Is that M.R?
No, it's M.R. before M.R.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about, but Jamaican culture, that's not my culture, so maybe Jamaican might have a different point of view, but I don't care.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what it is, yeah? I see a lot of people, yeah, talk how we're talking now, but as soon as they mix with someone within their culture, they'll suddenly not talk how they're talking to me, for example, and start talking like patois. And it's like you don't necessarily have to not talk patois to me because you think I'm not gonna understand you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've had enough Jamaican man talk to me how I'm talking now, but then as soon as they see a Jamaican brother, who I also know, for example, they'll start talking mad patois.
That's subconscious.
And it's I get that it's subconscious. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is you don't need to suddenly just start talking how I'm talking now, bro. Like I'll understand you regardless. Maybe you think I won't, but I will. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
he's just playing it safe. You just
Yeah, but
say
you don't
that,
need,
alright,
you know what I mean, bro. You don't need
The thing is, I don't have a problem with that because I do it myself. So I'm not.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I just don't. What I'm saying is just be comfortable, bro. Like you don't have to not.
It's one of those things like if you're at work and you're trying to communicate to a customer or a client or whatever,
Exactly.
you want to make yourself understood, right? So you're gonna
You talk to the way
speak English in a way. I guess maybe he feels like maybe you won't understand him.
Do you know what it is? I think because it's. Do you know what it is from my perspective? I think because I know how my work is, and my work's very uninformal, or whatever the word is. Do you get what I mean?
informal.
What did I say?
Uninformal.
It's not.
That's like a double.
It's
That's
not
like
informal.
a double.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh yeah, it's informal. Sorry, yeah. What did I say? Uninformal.
Yeah, that's a double negative, bro.
Yeah, it's informal. Sorry. So it's like I don't see the need for it. Bro, I'll call someone.
Yeah, but this is the thing, yeah. Subconsciously, people communicate with people the best way that they feel that they will receive them.
Yeah, I get that. I get
So-
that. I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I go to Portugal and I'm speaking to my girl's nan, she doesn't even speak a lick of English. I'm not gonna be like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm gonna say to the bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, cool.
I speak to people.
No, I get
That's
that, I get
obviously a
that.
more extreme example, but I'm not gonna speak to people.
My thing is basically, I don't get why that question just came out, bro. He can say whatever the fuck
Yeah.
he wants, bro.
Yeah, I lived there. Language is free.
I like the language.
Yeah, there you go.
It sounded
So
nice.
you're like from your phone.
Again,
No,
see,
because that's
this-
unnecessary.
yeah, unnecessary
Where
question.
did he say? Wait. Where in his sentence did he say, "I wanted to say this because I liked how it sounded, blah blah blah, and I don't like where I'm from, so I thought I used that." He didn't say that. So why are you even saying that? Why are you trying to spin on? Shut up! Fucking annoys me, bro. Gets me angry. I swear down.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why it kind of annoyed me. The interview, past interview is good, but past like this, I don't know. It's just like weird questions.
Fire.
Easy, like.
I don't
Fuel
know
on
about
the fire,
it,
bro.
but I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
it
I know
is.
that. But of course, I like where I'm from. But it's just that's just what I was around all the time, and I just thought it sounded nice.
So you've done a few.
Just trying to do bad, like, jokes. That's
Yeah.
literally all it is, man.
He made a mistake.
Trying to get likes.
Basically,
Songs before, freestyles, and have you had interest from record labels?
Yeah, I did.
So
Not
you-
now.
not now.
Mhm.
It's all gone.
Well, they're going quiet. They're definitely going quiet on me.
Do you even that in itself? Do you understand
yeah, still fuck you up. Yeah. Secretly in his head, he's like, "Fuck you." That was my ticket out. Yeah.
Got a black man in the industry there, you know what I mean?
Shit.
You've literally brought out maybe a couple songs, freestyles at that.
That
like
is
not
crazy.
Actual full-length songs, and
You've already got that.
you already had interest from record labels. So do you
That's
understand
crazy.
how frustrating that is to maybe other rappers who are like grafted in the studio doing whatever, and then you come along and you just basically do you feel like you as a white person have any sort of responsibility to say, do you know what? I shouldn't be allowed to access this culture or get a record deal that easily.
Fuck you!
No, hold on, no. I disagree with that, and this is what I'll say, yeah? I'll say, the way you should approach that situation, if that is the case, if it is the case that white people get record deals easier than black dudes who are putting in more work, fine, yeah? If he feels like he should, maybe in that case, don't just say, hey, no, I'm not going to take the opportunity because I'm not putting enough work. Why would you look a gift horse in the face? Yeah? Now, if anything, what he should do is get put on, then put other people on.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. You shouldn't just say, nah, I'm not going to take the opportunity, it came too easily. Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
How many black rappers are there?
There's bare black rappers.
How many white rappers?
Exactly, he stands out.
There's a lot of white rappers.
Yeah, but I'm saying in that
There's a lot of
Bro,
specific
I'm not gonna
scene.
lie, innit? I'm not saying it's the case, yeah, but I feel like he only got to that level because he spat a bar, bro.
One bar.
In
Is
Europe.
that how we got fame? Is that how we got
I'm
fame?
not gonna lie,
because
and what happened is he went viral because of that. Industry got interested because it was like, oh, he's marketable. He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
white
he's
guy that can
okay,
start and
whatever.
speak Yoruba or
Yeah.
whatever. Do you know what I mean? So let's market him.
Yeah,
and that's
appeals to
what
the
it
black
is, bro.
market.
Yeah, exactly. It appeals to the black market, so let's do it. Bro, and I hate to say
And
it,
the
but
white
that's exactly
market.
what it is.
This is another thing. When you think about the music industry, forget about the labels. What are the labels trying to sell?
They're trying to sell to the 90 whatever % white people.
So
Do you
what-
know, outside.
There is that, but also they will put a persona on you. They're gonna give you an image. This is what we're gonna market. This is who you are. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're like already some sort of unique character. I don't know, man.
They're
but I
gonna
feel
mold
like
you to what they want
more or less, yeah.
and sell you.
Unless you
They're not
have
gonna let
creative.
you say things that they don't want you to say. That's for sure.
The way I see the music industry, not in all aspects, but a lot of the time, yeah, they're just like pimps. They're gonna mold you. They're gonna make you do what they want, and they're gonna pimp you out, bro.
Yeah.
And you're gonna make the music that they want you to make.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have not really necessary control over any of your music. Do you get what I mean? This is why you'll find now a lot of rappers now are starting to sing because they're trying to be marketable like Drake. Do you get what I mean? They're trying the whole thing, bro. Fredo done it. Fredo started singing. Do you know what I mean? When was Fredo ever a singer? All of a sudden he's got singing on the song now, bro. Like, how did that happen?
I mean, it's not that he can't.
No, I'm not
choose to
saying
do
that he can't. I'm not saying he can't choose. Everyone can choose to. But what I'm saying is, it's just like it's just funny that they always do it once they're at a certain position within an industry. And it's almost like I feel like you can just see people pulling the strings in the background. So, yeah, if you sing on this a little harmony, you know what I mean, it will appeal more maybe to the girls. Blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's just funny how it always happens once they have a deal.
Take this for a massive conspiracy here. This just come to my head. If you had like record labels, yeah, you know how music influences culture in a lot of ways, and a lot of things that they push in music. Designers, sports cars, alcohol, all those different things, right? Those are big companies. Well, who owns those companies? A lot of time Europeans.
Yeah.
Oh
White
yeah,
companies.
Europeans.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today.
Can you imagine if part of their sales technique is to keep this music coming out?
Yeah, of course it is, man.
To keep the music coming out.
That's not even a conspiracy.
What I was listening to
It's
someone.
just the truth.
Yeah.
Why do you think everyone's Christian Dior? Like, what?
It's in
Why
their
are you
best
singing a man's
interest.
name?
Exactly, it's in their best interest to keep that music going.
Yeah, because
I remember this guy Spaniard. Yeah, I told you about this Aussie guy Spaniard. He's like mad dude, but he was talking about, I was walking up proper rich cunts, you know what I'm talking about, you know? And he's talking about where he was
proper
walking,
rich.
and he's showing, it's like, yeah, do you know what cars he got outside? Fucking shit like Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla. You know what I mean? Just, and he's like, they're keeping, their job is to keep the money in their pockets.
In their pocket.
In their fucking pocket, mate. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, of course. That makes sense.
The anime.
When you think who owns these labels, all of their mates and their little circles,
Yeah, of course,
they're in
they're
their
all
circles.
owning big companies, big clothing companies,
Right, more times
alcohol,
out of
shit.
10, if you own a company, let's say for example like fucking Rolls Royce for example, bruv, yeah, then you're guaranteed to have fingers in many fucking
They want
pies,
to keep
bruv.
you buying
Do you know what I
shit.
mean? And that's what it is, bro.
That's the thing. And you think music is just a big advert at the end of the day.
Huge advert. It's all advert.
But this is why I like Low Key's song, bro. What is it? You might take my life, but you can't take my soul. And he was like, what's the bar he said about Coca-Cola and Motorola? Can't remember how it goes.
Music.
I could never sell my soul to Motorola.
Advertise for Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
My music.
Advertise for
Yeah,
Motorola.
yeah,
You
that
get what
one.
I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
That one, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. People are willing, because people are in fucked up situations and they want to get out of them.
Well, this is the thing, innit? It's one of them ones. If the opportunity arises, is anyone who's in a shit situation really gonna say no?
Of course they will.
What if a company says, write me 12 tracks?
Bro, let me tell you now. More times out of 10, I will negotiate, yeah, to a certain amount of tracks. And once them tracks are done,
But no,
I
they
will
say,
never
look,
make
yeah,
any music like that again.
you gotta wear
But then
3-inch shorts. Yeah?
your bum should.
They're gonna
Nah, man, but they're
bring it up belly top, man.
Nah, man, I'm looking like Borat, bro. Borat in a mankini, bro.
They're
Nah,
like,
man.
no, listen, you can have all the dough, all the everything.
That's my integrity.
We're gonna dress you however the fuck we want to dress you.
man.
They're gonna put you.
Because to me, yeah, do you know what? To me, that's no different to being in a circus in a cage. Having people
That's
fucking
what a lot
watch
of
you,
these
bro.
guys
There's
do.
no difference.
I can't remember whose bar it was, an American rapper. He says a lot of these rappers waiting for the world to end so they have to write another album. Do you know what I mean? Because they're stuck in these shitty contracts, bro, and all these mad things.
Who was
bro.
that girl recently? There's a girl musician, I don't know if she's a rapper or a singer, and she signed a contract without reading it. And then when she realized what happened, she basically got fully fucked over, bro.
Yeah, man.
Fully fucked over. But her response was, at the time I thought I could trust the labels, so I signed it without anyone looking at it. And now you're fucked. You're fucked.
When they offer you a contract, that contract is going to contain what is best for them.
Yep.
That's all it's going to contain.
You see when they say you sign a contract with the devil, bro, that's what you lot are doing, bro.
That's why
Never
you
sign anything without reading it.
Bro, that's why you have solicitors. If you're going to sign a contract for however much money, get someone to look it over who knows what they're looking
Bro,
for.
for all you know, in that contract, you could have been contractually obligated to fucking wear like no top, bro, in every music video, and you just got to have your bangers out, bro. Your bangers out, bro. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's mad. I don't know.
But yeah, man, there was another bit in this that
100%.
oh, he agreed with her. Okay, right.
A black person decided to do white music, like folk music or heavy metal, indie.
Yeah,
Black people
they're
do
all,
it.
they're doing
Yeah,
it.
they're all
doing it.
So, do you feel like, because you're not sticking to, like,
Yeah, that tune.
But-
Oh, wow, we go.
Yo, you know what I learned? I can't lie, I didn't know this, yeah? I was shocked. Do you know that song?
Yeah, that's a black woman.
I didn't know it was about.
How did you not know it was a
I didn't know! I thought it was a white person!
Come on,
Do you not know that, bro?
Stacey something or other. Stacey
Chatham, man. Yeah, Stacey Chatham, that's it.
Yeah, something like that.
not know.
I didn't know! I thought it was a white person. I was just like, yeah, this is white person. Whatever. I see the picture.
What is her? I don't think Chatham's her name, bro.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think it might be, you know.
Is it?
music
I
or
don't
indie?
know.
I can't remember now.
But it's something like that. We all know it's
Stacey
right.
Adams?
No, that's not her name.
I don't know, something
Bro,
like
you're just thinking
the name is Stacey.
you know, you just looked at me and thought, is it Adams? You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Music, what we know white people to do, would you class yourself as a sellout then, to your culture?
Oh, fam. White people don't think like that, man. A lot of the time, it's not a thing, man.
This is why!
Do you know what it is? I'm kind of sick of people now putting things like this, for example. Why has everyone always got to put a race spin on it?
Yeah.
Why can't you just fucking do something because you fucking want to?
Yeah.
You're a human, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. In my mind, I don't even think about if it's fucking from a Caribbean culture or African culture or fucking Chinese
Is
culture.
it
I'll
good?
just do it, bro. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Why you always got to put a race spin on it, bro? Fuck off, bro. So irritating.
Music is simply a form of expression.
Yes.
So it's an art, yeah. If a black guy goes and learns karate or kung fu or Muay Thai, is he a sellout?
Exactly, it's exactly the same thing.
No,
it's exactly the
he
same
is
thing.
not a sellout. He has to go and learn capoeira in at the end of the day. If that's what we're going by.
Some gidibo.
Yeah, like gidibo, all that, or looped as they call it in West Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just a ridiculous question. I don't really like.
It is dumb, bruv, because you can apply that to so many things, bruv.
Yeah, because when
So
black girls
many
want to
things.
wear straight hair wigs and straighten their hair, are you a sellout? Because you don't want to wear your hair
That
natural?
is another thing, another industry.
If you want to bleach your skin, are you a sellout?
That's another industry thing.
It
You know
can
what?
get deeper,
You know what? I
like-
watched the whole it was random how I watched it. I watched this film once, yeah, and it was literally about the weave industry, bruv. Yeah, and it is mad, bruv. Bruv, you know there's villages in India, yeah, where the whole village shaves off their head like nearly every so months, bruv, yeah,
Wow.
and they sell their hair to get turned into weave.
Oh, in
because-
South America or something?
There's Brazilian weavers.
Well, what, to South America? Oh, what you
From-
mean? No. Well, this one in particular was from like somewhere in India.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? So they shaved, like the whole village will shave off their hair, and the money from their hair will be enough to feed their whole village. Do you know what I mean? The industry's mad, bro. But then when it comes over to America and it hits somewhere like Beverly Hills, the prices rack up, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking thousands of pounds, bro. You know what I mean?
Extensions and shit.
Same way
Woman
you.
hair is expensive in the first.
That's what I'm saying. Same way you get man fucking hunting truffles and you'll get them rolling around with a backpack. Like I see one brother on Vice and he was selling them. Same thing, bruv. You'll have someone with a backpack with the best weave in the world, bruv, and they will
Like
sell them
Action
for
Bros on
racks.
the show, bro. The dudes just go around.
That's what I was on about. That's what I was on about. Yeah,
I was
bruv.
like, yeah, I've got the tin.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's mad, but yeah, you're not a sellout anymore.
Just
man.
because
You're not.
something comes from somewhere else, if you want to partake in it, doesn't make you a sellout.
What about bleaching skin?
Yeah, bro, that's a whole deeper.
Cake soap. Was that Vibes Cartel too?
Bro.
You may look pretty with
I-
cake soap.
Yeah, I can't get into that.
Have you seen how they bleach skin?
It's
There's ways in it, there's bare ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
there's different ways still.
There's some cream, some people bath.
Yeah, the one that I saw was a cream, and it basically, I don't know what you call
Makes
it,
you
bro.
black,
Yeah,
takes away the
it
melanin,
takes away your
pigmentation.
melanin, bro.
Just live with your skin.
That's a cultural issue. That's just.
I think when it comes to shit like that, you know, I think even you know what? Obviously you can wear weave and that. I'm not saying you can't or whatever, or black girls can straighten their hair and you can get white girls with fucking braided hair, whatever you want to call it, bruv, yeah? Fine. But you know when like you get people who strictly do it because it's like, I feel like I'll be more accepted this way. That's when you need to just take a look and just be like, bro, be happy in your skin, bro, for fuck's sake.
That's how it is in industry though, for black women specifically.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They want you with the straight hair.
I agree, but that's why it's got to change, yeah. Because, bro,
It's changing
I'll be real, yeah. You get a lot of black girls that look good with straight hair, yeah. But, bro, if I was gonna get with a black girl, I want a black girl to be natural, you know.
Do her
I
thing.
swear down, bro.
Real
If,
hair.
bro. If there was a black girl with dreads or something, bro, are you mad, bro? That's me, bro.
Bit of dread.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's me, bro. Or even if you got the full fro going on, bro. Straight up. Are you mad? I prefer it.
Afro
I prefer it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I think people need to be happy, bruv. Social media has corrupted how the people's view on themselves. I think people have a false perception of how they should look.
Do you know what I've always said this year? Comparison is the thief of joy, bro.
Yeah.
People will always. There's always going to be someone who's doing something that you like. You know, it doesn't mean that you need to grab at everything that takes your interest. You know what I mean? Or you think this is what it should be, or you know what I mean. Be happy to an extent with what you got. Obviously, everyone looks for improvement, and you should look for improvement. That's how you get better.
Yeah. Well, that's true. It is the FIFA dread. Because imagine you buy your first car, Polo, like a new Polo, 2002. You know what I'm saying? You're proud of it because your first car,
of course.
yeah. Then you know your friends in a fucking Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Like a 2019 plate Range Rover. You know?
Yeah.
But sometimes
You can't look at that and think,
Yeah.
like,
you
oh,
can't.
man,
Sometimes you got to look and take a backseat and be like, okay, cool.
It's like
How did he get that? Did his mum buy it? Did he buy it? Like what? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to analyze things. 'Cause
Yeah,
things
it's
are
true.
fake, bro.
Well, he might have said it
Instagram
himself.
is fake, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People on Instagram, yeah, they accentuate, or accentuate? Whatever the word is, bruv, yeah, their life. They make it seem like it's better than it is, bruv. Bruv, I see one girl posting videos, yeah, making that she was on holiday, bruv, while I was in quarantine. And I don't know you live in London, bruv, so I know you ain't out of the country. I know you're not. Do you get what I mean? But things like that, it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. So it's just all mad these days.
But this whole thing is moot. It's moot to me, bro. Like this whole, I don't understand. I don't really care that he said some things back in the day.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Words are words, man. He didn't do shit.
I want to touch on one thing quick, yeah, because it's just always interested me. Or like, so did anyone see the who was it? Was it Talib Kweli thing that I posted?
Man, like Talib Kweli.
Did anyone see that?
No.
And they were on about why the Latin community says the N-word. Did anyone see that?
Because they're not white, I guess.
Well, yeah, but then if you look at it and you go to slave trade, then you'll have Spanish, Portuguese. They would have all been a part of it. So, just as a person in general, I just always wondered why it was more accepted for Latin communities to say.
Because the Spanish came and kicked their asses.
What?
And subjugated them.
But the Spanish, they were one of the first people to fucking start the slave trade, bro.
Spanish, Arab.
They rounded up African slaves.
European.
But this is my point. So why is it more accepted for Latin communities than white?
It's
just a general question.
Well,
I mean, sorry, quickly, on that same thing, they obviously said people from Puerto Rico, obviously they were like, when they were growing up in, like, say, New York, for example, they were growing up more closely with black people. So obviously they were living in the same, like, poverty, blah, 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 so they experienced the same shit. So as time went on, obviously the language was just like, yeah, I'll say it, bro. And it was seen to be accepted by the black community, which I get. But then just from the aspect of history and understanding history, obviously I don't get why.
It's similar to with the Glizz thing where he felt comfortable that he could take the piss out of black girls because of his friends with black.
So why does no one call anyone out on it? Like 6ix9ine, bro, when he says it, why does no one call him out?
It's not my problem.
No, it's not. It's not a problem. But if Eminem suddenly said it,
I think people would hesitate if Eminem said it, but instantly after they thought about it, they jump on him.
But they wouldn't do it with 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine's Mexican.
Yeah, he's Mexican.
Okay, he's Mexican. But okay, but even so, he's not black.
Personally, I don't know. That's America. They don't do it over here, so I can't explain.
Bro, I've seen it over here, bro. I've seen it over here, bro.
I've not seen any.
I've seen a Spanish brother talk, bro, and say it.
I've never seen that myself.
It was just
Indian brothers. Indian brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Indian brothers I've seen.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though. This is my thing, like it depends on the context.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take it in the same way as if you call me a cunt, like in a serious way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing to me, like the whole historical thing.
Yeah, but would you feel the same if a white person said it?
It depends if you're trying to piss me off.
Okay, but if the white person wasn't trying to piss you off.
The difference is,
on the context.
This is the thing, yeah. For me, I feel like the difference is, even subconsciously, yeah. The whole reason is because it was used by white people specifically.
That's why.
That's why white people can't say it. That's why it was used in a negative way by white people. That's why only white people will be, you know what I'm saying, when you say it, it's inflammatory.
But then when you go to America and then you've got the Latin number gang, have you ever seen the number gang? Yeah, bruv, they say it, bruv. They say it on a madness, but they say it in a hateful way, bruv, because they hate black people, bruv.
Oh, they're racist,
nigger. Bruv, have you seen them, bruv? Bruv, one of them, one video I watched here, they were like, yeah, if I see a N-word, I'm gonna kill him straight up, blah, blah, blah.
Again, that's what I'm saying, intent. Yeah, that's what it is, it's intent. I don't get offended.
Do you think the word should be just banned?
No, you shouldn't ban a word. I think it should be normalised to a certain extent. There's arguments for both ways, isn't it?
Do you think either everyone should say it or no one should say it?
We can't give an ultimatum. I just think say whoever feels comfortable. It's a case by case thing. Like I don't think everyone, like for example, if someone who's never said it to me before randomly says it, I'm gonna think, Oh, that's just weird.
Because you know what I think, you know what I think white people, yeah, get annoyed from, yeah, because they be told that they can't say it. That's what I think.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
No, I understand
The reason is obvious.
I understand the reason, but try telling that to other white people.
I would tell it to white people like that, I don't know though.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care
I
that
don't
much.
care. It's your intent behind saying
Yeah.
the word, in my opinion. But take my advice. Don't say it.
Yeah, personally, because I cannot give you permission.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
No one person can give you permission.
The only reason I'm asking, because obviously that interview, and I was watching this thing, was it with Piers Morgan? I think it was basically saying it in the context of if it was in a song, or like a rap song or whatever.
What, doing the song and just...
Yeah, and basically saying...
Was that Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, it happened to
And he
Kendrick
stopped
Lamar,
the
yeah.
concert.
And he basically, but the thing is, he called her up on stage. And obviously she said the lyrics.
He knows the lyrics.
And he said the
song.
lyric. And she said the lyric. She said it. And then obviously he stopped the whole song and was like, yo, you can't say that. So...
You need to realise here that we're not far gone from it.
No, I understand.
So
this.
you can't like...
But what I'm saying is, yeah, like but people need to explain this to other people, bruv. Because when they come in with questions like, but if it's in a song, so what, I can't sing the song now? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, people need to hear this, bruv.
It's just a case of education and morals and just a combination of things. If you don't feel... I don't know. Personally, as I was saying before, I can't give anyone permission to say it. Because I might be cool with you saying it, but then you come across another person and you say it and they punch you in your face.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I can't give you permission.
I don't think anyone white should say it.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think anyone that isn't black should say it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Straight up.
My opinion is I don't care, but just avoid saying it.
Yeah, I'd say avoid saying it for your own safety because
Yeah.
people really do care enough to really hurt you. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
it is what it is, man. Do you think ugly people have it harder in life?
Do you know what? I think when it comes to certain things, maybe, like when it comes to maybe relationships,
Yeah.
that kind of aspects of life, but you could be very good technically at, I don't know, fucking hacking,
Yeah.
computer shit. You know what I mean? And you don't need to be the face for that because you're behind the computer. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to relationships, maybe. But then I think there's someone out there for everyone.
Yeah, man.
You might
Do you
both
think
be
it
ugly.
can get in the way career-wise?
What's your
Depends
career?
on what your job is.
What's your career?
But this is the thing, it doesn't matter what the career is. So let's say JD Sports, you know what I'm saying, work in the country, just the till or whatever.
No.
I think somebody might reject you if you're too ugly.
If
What?
you're-
Serving?
Based
Wait,
on
Not
that,
serving them.
like if you go for an interview, yeah,
Are we talking
you're
like
gonna be in front of
ugly?
customers.
Like
Yeah, but
someone
how
is
ugly
really
is ugly?
Oh, look.
Are you talking about majority the whole world will vote you ugly?
No,
Because ugliness is personal preference. You might think someone's ugly, but I don't. So you need to narrow it.
There
You need to
are
be specific.
universally ugly people.
Yes, what I'm saying. So the whole world thinks you're ugly.
A universally ugly person.
Like Steve Buscemi.
Whoever that is, I don't know.
Who's that?
According to Wikipedia, Stephen
Oh,
Millz
him.
Glizz,
That's not the guy who I thought it was.
director.
Yeah.
There's another guy. No, he could get.
Give me an example of universally ugly.
Universally ugly.
Oh man.
I was thinking of someone else when I thought of.
Who's that English actor, bruv? He just looks mad. He looks weird.
Alright,
Oh!
cool. So let's just take my man. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's say he goes for a.
That looks like a mugshot. That's a straight up mugshot, bro.
It don't matter.
Look at it. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he ain't getting the job.
No,
that
let's-
guy doesn't
let's
have
say-
a job. That
He
guy's
looks
in
like,
jail.
what's that creature? What's that Frankenstein? He looks like Frankenstein.
That guy's in jail, bro.
So let's say he goes for an interview, yeah? Let's say two people go for an interview. One banging girl, yeah, white girl, whatever, yeah? Banging white girl, blonde, doesn't matter what colour she is, Indian. She's banging.
Wait, where's the job at? JD?
JD Sports.
Right, the girl.
Hold on!
No. There's no holding
Lay out the question.
on. There's no holding on because it's a proven fact. When you get a good-looking female behind the shop floor, that it's gonna bring in customers more than a male would. That's facts, bro.
Okay, so hold on. Let's get to this guy, yeah? Ugly man goes for the same job as the beautiful woman, yeah? Who gets the job and why? Why doesn't the ugly man get the job?
Okay.
It depends on the interviewer as well.
Let's see he gets a really good interview.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's a
what's
really
the
good
interview?
interview.
What's the interview?
He's a till, wherever they are, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. It's a personal preference because that interviewer might don't give a fuck about it, bro. And because he might give the best interview and the girl banging looking, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she's shit.
Like,
She's shit. But he's sick, bro.
Let's say
they both got given a trial day.
That's
They
not
both got given a trial day. Yeah, and he's sick. She's banging, but she's shit at her job.
Let's narrow the margins, yeah? They both give a good interview. They both give an equally good interview.
And is the interviewer
Who
male
gets
or
it?
female?
One of each.
Okay, it's one lesbian or gay.
They're both cisgender.
Okay, so they're both bi.
No, they're not bi.
I feel
They're
like,
both straight.
I feel like when that
Everyone in this situation is straight.
when that guy walks in, they're gonna call the police.
Well, I'm gonna think they think that someone who works there already brought him in because they caught him shoplifting.
Yo, I don't even.
Do you know what? On a serious answer, I do think there are people out there that are unfortunate looking.
It does affect them.
and it will affect them. But then I've worked with unfortunate looking people, and they got the job. So, like I said, it's down to the interview.
It depends on the role, you think.
Like
I said,
customer facing role.
Yeah.
The customer facing role, he's not getting it.
let's put it this way. Yeah?
So this is what I'm saying. It's life harder for
I'm not
him.
going to be deep here, but he is never going to get a job in a high-class jewelers selling gold to people.
Unless he's dad.
Okay.
Even
He
if
won't.
What if he's the owner?
Yeah, but then that don't matter because
He looks like he spent his life digging.
He's already got money then, innit? His dad's got
Yeah.
money, bro. You in a jewelers. But what I'm saying is, yeah, if you're a face representing your company and you work for a pristine company, yeah, like jewelers, for example.
Do you think like this-
Or imagine working in Chanel. Can you see him working in Chanel and selling Chanel bags worth fucking £1,500?
Does it matter the worth?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. No, you're laughing, but the higher end the brand, the better the face they want. Straight up. Why do you think it took so long, yeah, for makeup companies or clothing companies to use larger size set people in their videos and shit?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It took that long to get that, bro. And you think they're gonna put him in Gucci, bro? Come on, bro. He wouldn't even make ASOS, fam. Come on.
ASOS.
Zara.
Boo boo.
So yeah, you're saying yes, basically.
I think it probably does.
I think it does, but like I said, I think it's down to the
The
interview.
interview and the role itself.
Straight up.
Yeah.
If he's behind a computer all day, then he ain't got a problem.
That's so mad.
But the same goes for an ugly woman, no?
Fam.
I don't like even like calling them ugly, bro. Just
That's
for
the thing.
someone that I'm not attracted to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? You know, I was watching this video today, yeah, and it was basically this debate between Joe Rogan and some other guy. The guy was basically arguing that there's no such thing as an alpha and a beta, and Joe Rogan was arguing essentially they're opposing each other. What do you think?
Alpha and a beta.
It's more complex in human society
Mm.
because the civilization changes it a bit because of social norms, you know, etiquette and things like that. Some people don't abide by social shit, you know, they just do what they want. But I think the smarter individual may come across as a beta.
Well, this is what I was about to say.
In the shadow, he's got you.
Yeah.
Do you know
Well,
what I mean?
do you know what it is? In a human society, what would you determine to be an alpha and what would you determine to be a beta? In a human
alpha, like these terms, I think may be only applicable in social situations. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Social, what, like face to face?
face to face, let's say at a party.
Okay.
Single guys or whatever at a party, there's girls around. you could probably identify alphas and betas now, or just in a group of guys.
I don't know, man.
It depends how you look at it though, because you might look at a group of guys and then you'll get the loudest guy, and people will be like, oh yeah, he's obviously the leader because he's the fucking loudest. Do you get what I'm saying? But then really and truly, you get them silent types that are just running things, bro, and they're just like, yo, and you wouldn't even think that was them.
He would exude a certain...
Man will just...
It depends, man, because I've been in situations where I was the quietest guy in the room, but at the same time, if I wanted something, I could get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like there could be a chick in the room. This guy might be loud over here, chatting shit, acting nuts, shirt off, all doing a madness. Yeah, but
I don't think that's characteristic of an alpha, though.
It's
being loud.
It's energy that you put towards people. You can have a calm, confident sort of alpha behavior, or you can have a overbearing. You know, there's different types of alpha also.
I think with alphas...
So you think the debate that there isn't an alpha or a beta?
It's complex.
It's complex with human society. I think with an alpha in a human society...
So you think there is alpha and beta?
No, I think there is, but you'd have to base it on certain things. I think in a human society you might have to base it on a person's intelligence and how they can actually outsmart another person. And then also I think you might have to take into consideration another person's strength, because you could have some skinny don who don't know how to fight, but he's mad intelligent. But then you'll have some other guy who's not necessarily overly intelligent, but he's hench and he'll fuck up this other guy, bro, because he's learned Muay Thai for 17 years. Do you get what I mean? So it depends how you want to look at it. But then you might have the Goldilocks zone, bruv, and you might have someone that's built nice, you know what I mean, knows how to fight, for example, and hold his own, and he's intelligent.
Just natural.
And he's a leader.
And he's a leader. Do you get what I mean? So there's things to take into consideration, I guess, but I say they're kind of the three, either Goldilocks zone, super intelligent, or masculinity, kind of like being able to exert yourself in a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very complicated because there are different situations. Now, if you're talking about like an alpha, like in a combat situation, alpha is the strongest, this guy. Yeah. But then, if you're talking about a negotiation situation where there's got to be pressure, it's going to be the more intelligent, or more thoughtful individual. You know, it depends. But alpha and beta does exist. I will say it's more complicated.
You think it's a spectrum?
Yeah, there's a spectrum.
I think I would look at a true alpha as someone who's in that Goldilocks zone, who knows how to handle themselves well and has an intelligence behind them.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you can talk yourself out of the situation instead of having to use your brains.
It's the best method.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you think someone like Jordan Peterson? You know Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
I know the name.
Jordan Peterson is an alpha.
I think so.
Whether consciously or subconsciously. Because I know he understands psychology at different areas.
Yeah.
But it could be something that he puts on, or could legit just be an alpha.
Yeah.
But in a very calculated, thoughtful way. Would a true alpha determine themselves as an alpha? Or would they just kind of know?
I don't think they think about it.
Because you know
someone calls themselves an alpha.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because you know you get them guys that go around like, yeah, I'm alpha.
Yeah. They probably don't think about it.
Yeah, I feel like the real alphas don't really think about it.
If someone's going around saying, you know, you gotta have your chest out, you gotta do that.
Yeah, like I just think when time comes to it, you'll show them.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Let's get to some Aussie reactions, eh?
Oh, what you got?
This one, I think this is uploaded a month ago. HP Boys. Have we reacted to HP Boys before?
I've never heard.
I don't know, but I heard this Aussie guy rapping like an American. But play that.
An American.
I can't remember.
HP Boys. What? They have tomato sauce in that.
Look at that. That is mad. Hold on. Aussie American.
I can't remember what his name is. I can find that, but
yeah.
But yeah, play that.
Beanie Meanie is called HP Boys. Oh, these are the man that they were heavier. You get me than the one for
numbers.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh,
like numbers.
Yeah, I think so. No, wait, yeah.
What was that with the gang? That's all seasons. Make it feel to keep breathing. Doing lots in the area. I ain't sleep, eat and repeating. Roll that blood, roll it, puff, start breathing. Like M's smoking too much. But I see the fake cats appearing. All I need is my G's, all I need is my G's. All said was nasty, chop sluts and that tea.
I like this.
All the chat about money.
Yeah, man.
Beats
I like
nasty.
the way he's coming on the beat as well.
Yeah, blood.
He's got a unique voice, which helps a lot, man. You know, he's one of those guys.
You can tell he's bigger as well just by his voice.
Exactly. That's part of the thing as well. That's part of the thing. Go
Yeah.
All the chat about police chat. My crew they paying the taxes. 8 PM in the metros. 8 preaching rocky practice. That was a distraction. You're a white shell 6 feet deep in the casket. That time is asking. I watch my brothers just load it low. I watched it bang, he mashed it. My brothers on the cold street. We don't do no blast and flashing. Bobby Meanie, Mighty Mo, act up in the gang they blow. Holding all of you pussy hoes. If you know, then you know. Really, Mighty Mo.
If you know, then you know, yeah? Don't fuck about.
Yeah, bro.
Play that.
If you know, then you know.
Fuck it.
You don't know.
I've noticed they've all got that
Fucking
hairstyle with the shaved on the end, like at the
The
edges.
sides.
Then the top is like, and then they've got this thing at the back, like
Yeah,
long hair at the
yeah,
back.
yeah. That mullet?
Is that a mullet?
I ain't seen that.
I ain't know that you gotta hold me down. They cannot speak my name. They cannot bring my line and tell me how to play my game. I'm in a different lane. Switching.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of like a mullet.
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of a mullet, bro.
It is.
Yeah, man. Alright, let's catch some bars.
The party on it, but like every single day. Aye, you got the keys to the car. We're gonna switch the bus. It's not what it's nice. I can't hear no sound. Puff. Put it real quick with a stick. Body beats, bodies on the street. Puff, kill it. Whoa, man, don't let it step in my toe.
Oh, wait, he switched it up!
Yo, he switched it up.
He switched it! Hold on. Okay.
These are the heavy guys. These are the heavy guys.
They're all heavy set brothers, isn't it?
They're the heavy side cut.
Heavy, I don't know what HP is stand for.
When it's war, they know I'm stepping in sauce. 19-2's what I'm up to for. 4-1 I'm down for cause. Journey for the members. They solve my cheese and fenders. 3S, that's couple of cents. Pull up, who's scheming. Them man up and they all start dreaming. Lost give me a reason. My brother's still eating. 2020 season. When I'm trying to grease, I'm getting the pieces. Splash man down to it, even leaking. No speaking. No all your teaching, more sleeping. Put it in my thoughts to your neighbor speaking. Looking out, so creeping. Now they're all just raiding. Them pussy and braving.
Hey, rewind.
They're boss in there. They're not brave.
Do you know what it is with this, yeah? I'd rather listen to this than UK kind of.
What is this genre? Is
It's hip-hop, innit?
It's hippie
I think,
hoppy,
yeah.
but it's got like a drilly kind of feel to it also.
Nah, it's more like trap.
Do you think trap?
It's kind of trappy, yeah. It's kind of trappy, yeah.
Drill is like,
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm saying?
I like it though. Yeah, bro. Man, like HPs and that. Hippie side pictures, bro. I don't know what you're, but yeah, bro.
What does HP?
Is that what it's called?
No, that's what I thought it was. Hippie side Heavy pictures.
Oh, I thought that was too much.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what? I will say that I video as well.
It's good.
Nice little edits in there.
I like it's a vibe, innit? Especially when the brother switched up the flow, bro.
Yes.
The one brother switched it up, started singing. The other brother switched up the flow. You man, it's
Nice flow. Who's the producer?
Did it say at the start? I don't think it says, you know. Produced by Jack Marlowe. Mix and mastered by
Jack Blood Clot Marlowe, you know.
Old tight Jack Marlowe. That beat was nice.
All type HP boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Jack Marlowe, innit? Hold tight Jack Marlowe for the beat and whatnot. That was sick.
Fucking beat, man. Fucking each.
Is there anything else?
Each one.
There's a lot.
We could go on. Like,
He could go on. There's a lot.
Within.
Oh, what with it in the? I don't know, man. I was looking at that guy. It's probably old, but I was looking at this guy. His name is what was his name? Big Cash, bruv.
Big Cash.
This guy called Big Cash.
Is it just Big Cash?
Yeah, Big Cash. K-A-S-H.
Oh, K-A-S.
Yeah.
Oh, is he Aussie?
Yeah, I was looking at that video.
Which one?
That one there.
The top?
Yeah. I guess there's some sort of obviously
Sense for
there's-
OC.
Yeah, I can't. Who is OC again? Because I thought I recognised.
I think that's them other brothers.
It's all that Massey Rook and all of that.
Yeah, I think that's them. OC over here was
Yeah. This guy's been about for a long time from what I can see. And apparently.
I mean, he looks older. I'm like,
Yeah.
Hey, Frankie, look at you little fucking bitch. Trying to have a swag right now, trying to meet up. Dickhead, we all know that you stay in fucking Wayland and you live in your mum's garage and she cooks you breakfast every fucking morning. You're trying to act like a man. Pick up.
yo, with no context, this is mad, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Fucking put on mute at fucking Goldman. Stop trying to be a sick cunt. You tried to jump him, you smacked him, he got up, the guards came, he fucking put on you, you're hiding behind the guards, you fucking dog. All you cunts just lie. You go around telling them when you steal.
In the UK, yeah, do we have shit like this? Obviously, the only ones I've really seen is Africa Child. You know when they just go on these.
Oh, is he at AC?
And they start. No.
Oh.
You mean when do they go on rants talking about?
Yeah, like
AC
talking
don't
about
even do it, bro.
people.
There are bare people
Is that
in
like
the
a
UK
big
that do
thing
that.
that
There's
happens?
bare people in the UK that do that, bro. Vic Santoro done it. Bare people do it.
And
bro.
they just go after each other.
They just go on rants and they just start, bro, verbally attacking people.
Yeah.
No, but Vincent, you don't just do it.
No, I'm not saying he's done it for no reason, but this guy's not done it for no reason. It's obviously on about some brother that he knows that's being attacked, bruv. So obviously he's not doing it, he's doing it for a reason.
I need more context.
He's
He's just
always there for a
insulting
reason,
someone.
bruv.
Yeah, he's literally just insulting someone. Yeah, but the reason that I paid attention because I wanted to find out where he was from, because if you play his music, from what I can see, he raps like an American, bro.
Oh, let me see.
Straight up
Oh,
American
it's listed
accent.
on that raps like American.
Straight
What
up
one have
American
you seen?
accent, bro.
What is it?
Keep going.
Is it this?
Yeah,
The
it's
Arrival.
It's the same guy.
This is 3 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Let me see.
Play it.
Pretend they got me on my boy. Ain't nobody gonna pay attention. So went back to the hood, got my money right and came right back.
Are they in Australia? Yeah.
Yeah.
Been through hell and back,
That's the same guy.
I'm about to do big for your mama. Yeah. It's still like a tip box. Boy, you hating ass niggas watching. The only rap in this country that will get that hate poppin'. The verse only make me strong. I just why I'm brain is crazy, motherfucker. You can't never break the will of a madman. Right. It's not raining.
Stacey, man. That's what your money
Yo,
is.
cash. Rico, I told you I got you, my nigga. Yeah.
Is it him talking?
Yeah.
I'm back. We're in some alternate universe, man.
Hey, watch me pop up.
It wasn't Aussie, right?
Yeah, certified Aussie.
When he
bro.
was talking, yes.
He's talking now.
No, but I'm saying like on the Insta thing. Right. Nah, hold on, hold on.
Grip your mind, I said it's all concrete in, I won't fall. You pussy niggas try to count me out, but everybody gon' die if they let me out. I won't know. I'm a jack, I eat your bitch in that back. Pussy work go up and down. Bounce a bitch, Cadillac.
I can hear the accent trying to break through. Trying to break out.
My pocket, tell them I trust you, know what I'm and shoot on the diamonds. I am a demon. That's what I'm expected to die when I drop to the cottage. Look through the hood, that shit was popping. Fan like for this music, crazy out the blacks, no truth.
For me,
The thing is, he can rap.
wait, for me,
good.
yeah, this is how I'm looking at it right now, yeah. Cultural imperialism from America, yeah. This to me is no different when UK never really had that big of a rap scene or music scene.
Yeah.
And everyone was rapping in an American accent.
PDC.
So that's how I see this right now. It's they're just very behind us. So now we've kind of learned to rap English.
I got a brand new strap.
Yeah, I mean, like we're rapping English now, but they're a bit behind us. So maybe they feel they
Yeah,
got to
it is.
do the whole American thing.
The young one.
It's a phase, isn't it? UK went through it.
So much.
UK went through it. Now Australia's going through
It's
it.
probably the same thing, innit?
Yeah.
I made it. Now let's have a celebration. Nigga, I'm about money and I keep it low pussy. Trying to take it down from the to the ladies that will lie. My bitches skinny on top of me. Yeah, my city, everybody gon' die. They didn't know I was coming. But I came to grace the call. Yeah, it's not a way to decorate. And if you rappers won't take it there, I gon' pop them in the air.
Yeah, like he can actually rap.
You know that flow reminds me of Game uses that flow a lot.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I know
Game
what you
uses
mean.
that flow a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think, what is the reasoning behind the accent, do you reckon?
I think it's just an acceptance thing.
Yeah.
I think they just look to America in the sense of they know Americans rap music sells, so you just put on this accent hoping you will sell as much.
So he doesn't want anyone to ever find out that he's Aussie, or
No, because
he's
obviously
just gonna do it. Just be like, yeah,
no,
that's my rap.
because if you thought like that, he would when he's doing like what we just saw before this, then he would talk American.
He's obviously a goon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's obviously a goon. Yeah, and his rap's not half bad still.
Reminds me of like 5 years ago.
I mean, it's a 4-year-old video, isn't it? 3 years old. That video.
Yeah, like Rick Ross.
Do you reckon he's like Judge Sosa and he just decided, fuck
Young
it,
Jeezy.
I'm just gonna go fucking for Aussie?
But the beat just remind me of Stage Scheme.
Yeah.
Could be perfect for the game. It's annoying because I feel like it would sound harder in his actual accent.
Yeah.
Ali pussies flap them gums.
Did it like that.
He said that.
Normally the quicker you rap, the harder it is to maintain the accent.
The chorus ain't half bad either.
Bro, it's not a bad song. It's just that when you learn that he's actually Australian, it kind of detracts from it because you wish that he did it in his normal accent.
It's similar to what's the girl? The Australian girl that raps. Something Z begins with Z. What's the white girl, man? Everyone. the big
Zeze.
Yeah, bro. She's Australian. She raps American.
Yeah, she's Australian.
She's Australian. She has an American accent when she raps. It's a similar thing. I don't know what it is about.
Yeah. I never really thought about it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't think they take you seriously, man, if you're doing that shit.
I think it goes down to the thing that you spoke about, why everyone always feels they need to break America. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Everyone
They
has
come to Europe. I mean, there's hella money in the US, but American artists always come to Europe, bruv, because they know.
Yeah, of course, bro. Bro, UK in the last, let's say 5 years, it's doing way better than it used to, bro. And now you're getting American artists coming over here wanting to collab.
Yeah.
You know, where go back 10 something years, there would have been a few collabs, but nothing major, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo,
So-
there's one Russ tune that I think we should react to, yeah?
Russ.
Yeah, bruv, it's a drill. It's a
What?
drill.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because there's two Russes.
There's one Rush tune that was, this is the one. It's called Killy Killy, bruv, and it's got some fucking
Kill off
Spanish,
Killy.
dude. It's got some
Kill off
Spanish
Killy.
going on it, like, going fucking ham in Spanish.
Fair enough.
Drill beat, bruv.
Right.
And some Jamaicans on.
The Jamaicans and the Hispanics are collaborating a lot recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Russ has the funniest bars about shit like that, you know. Bruv, he say shit like, take this elephant. Like, just mad shit, like.
Swing that shit like this and chicks start coming like that so weird. And King of Joe just making statements. Girls say rush and the bum start shaking. I love black white girls and Asian.
My fucking dream, me siento chile, soy como un hippie, chupa el pipi, no más un pipi, solo un liqui, baila piqui, molinga, que besella cuerpo, te mueves el pote, que está hablando, te abre el eco, te quiero el enfoque, no soy el soy modelo,
Hey, it's hard.
Now, I don't understand what he's saying, but I know he said something about sucking his dick and he feels chilly.
Even the Spanish.
Yeah, that was.
te BBL, mi reloj, muy pero no pendejo.
I think somewhere in Latin America, bro.
That's legit.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
I like that collab,
Mad
man.
vibe.
It's mad.
Jumbo brother killed it.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Quadra.
Yeah. That brother's legit.
Bro, they're built for that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's his name? Quada.
Quadra, yeah.
Baby, push on up, baby, hold the change, keep me head to the pavement, can't have war, so they speak to the bacon, vanity, body will coming like Satan, swing that shit like Jason, chicks start coming like that, so weird, and King of Joe just making statements, girls say rush and the bum start shaking, I love black, white girls and Asian. Keisha and Becky, watch how she twerk and shake it like Jiggy, send my anaconda up in her belly, push on up, baby, hold the change, keep me head to the pavement, can't have war, so they speak to the bacon, vanity, body will coming like Satan, swing that shit like Jason, chicks start coming like that, so weird, and King of Joe just making.
Yeah, man. I think that's probably tactical from him to put on World Star. Just to kind of like
Boost it up.
yeah, because now Americans are doing drill and that.
That's true,
You know
innit?
what I'm saying?
What's still a thing?
Yeah, it is.
No idea.
It is still. Yeah, man. I mean, I like the John Z guy.
Yeah, he was sick, bro. He was sick.
Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, man. What you saying? Are we Vinny?
Yeah,
Finito.
Perfect.
Hecho.